Welcome back to A Shot of Weeb. We are here with Season 1. Actual proper Season 1.
Yes.
Episode 1. Realistically, Episode 14 total. I don't know which way we're counting those yet. We'll figure that out.
Yeah, you'll see it in the upload, I guess.
2, 1, or 14. It's one of those two. I am the Epic Wob, as I was last season. My name has not changed. And I am here with my co-host and professional weeb.
Seaweed Ambassador. That's me.
I always love how I try to pass it to you for the intro, and there's just like this dead silence before you're like,
I'm just not used to, like, well, because I always say your name, so I was waiting to hear my name.
Do you want to start that over?
Nope. We're keeping that in.
We're going. What show did we watch this week for the start of our new season?
Well, it was, as you know, this was a choice that neither of us had seen.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of the rule for this one. Is we restarted the rotation, so we watched Asobi Asobase, which I knew what the English for it was, but I can't remember what it is anymore.
It's something Workshop of Fun.
It might just be Workshop of Fun, actually. I think that's what Crunchyroll had it as. Yeah, because okay, here's the thing, right?
English Asobi Asobase Workshop of Fun.
Yeah. Okay. So here's a little nitpick I have with fucking Crunchyroll.
Oh, no.
Excuse my language, but we're starting off strong.
Getting us demonetized immediately.
Did you watch it? Okay, did you watch it on Crunchyroll?
Yes, I did.
So every time when you went to Crunchyroll, did it pull up the German version and say not available in your area?
No.
It did that for me every time.
Well, actually, because when I searched it in the search bar, it showed both the German and the US version. I just clicked the US version.
No, I went from Google to the page.
Oh,
but,
no,
like, it had both versions there. But for whatever reason, German was the default instead of English, even though I'm on an English IP. I wasn't using a VPN because I wasn't watching it illegally or doing anything shady.
I wasn't on a VPN, but that's because I stopped paying for my VPN.
That's fair. I mean, I don't have a VPN, so
I should get back on it. But anyway,
I probably should, yeah. But okay, that's my little rant over. I'm sure there'll be many more of those to come.
I didn't have that problem because, again, I go through Crunchyroll's main page. I have Crunchyroll itself bookmarked ever since whole reliable Kiss anime got nuked from orbit.
Good.
So I just went through the homepage and searched Asobi Asobase, and it showed both German and US. I clicked US. So I didn't have the problem at all.
Okay. Yeah, well, I don't like Crunchyroll's layout, but regardless, let's get into the actual show.
Let's get into the actual show, which we have preparatory for. Let's talk about the premise of our podcast, since we're on the beginning of it.
But hold up.
No. That's what I'm talking about. For people who may be joining us now that we are on Season 1, there are two parts to this show. There is the part where we talk about anime, and there is the part where we get different levels of drunk before doing so.
Yeah, it kind of depends on the episode, doesn't it?
It really does. It really does.
Yeah.
Like when I just had like spiked lemonade, and I'm just like, this might have alcohol in it.
Yeah, that one was... Ooh, yeah, I don't think you had anything that night.
As opposed to the vodka I'm shooting now.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of, I believe we both have a shot prepared, yes?
Yes, we do. Right here.
Come by, my friend.
All right. Come by.
That's how we say it, right? That's how it goes?
Yeah, that's how it goes.
I spilled it down my face.
Oh, man.
It's just like...
Wow.
You know how sometimes if, like, you tip a glass over, if there's, like, moisture on the outside of the glass, it'll just, like, run down the side of the glass? Yeah, I just had that happen, except with my mustache.
It's fucking weird. What the fuck? Okay.
Well, no, it splashed a little, and then I just had vodka run right down my facial hair, and now I am uncomfortable.
Nice. I didn't have that issue. I don't have as much facial hair as you do, though, so might be the reason.
Look, I've got to hide my double chin somehow.
Yeah, I just don't shave regularly enough. God, it's a fucking nightmare. But okay,
No Shave November.
That's true. I have a reason right now. Okay, so where do we go from here?
I'm assuming we talk about Asobi Asobase. I don't really know in what order. It's not like there's a big old grand plot to follow.
That's true.
This ain't no epic like Kill la Kill.
This is no Kill la Kill in many ways. Oh my god.
Oh, please, it's basically the same show. So...
You motherfucker.
The look of pure disappointment you shot at me.
Yeah, I think you deserved it, but okay.
For context, over our season 0 of this show, we talked about skit shows twice. We don't usually do skit shows very often. But we did 2 of them. I requested Tejina Senpai and you requested Seki-kun, right?
Yep.
Well, Asobi Asobase is our 3rd skit show we've reviewed. It is another one of that genre. What other genres would you say this is in?
This one? I mean, obviously comedy. Maybe...
Oh, I found...
Probably like slice of life. I'd probably put slice of life as another genre.
You've got 2 of the 3 that Annie List put down.
What, comedy, slice of life, and cute girls?
And drama.
What the fuck?
They called this a drama show.
How the fuck is this a drama? What?
I don't know. Ask Annie List.
I guess I probably should. Hey, Annie List, I know you're listening right now.
Sponsor us.
Tell us in the comments how this is a fucking drama, please.
Could you imagine if like the official Annie List YouTube channel commented on this?
Yeah, Jeremy Annie List. Dude, that would be fucking crazy.
Oh man. So yeah, as such, because it's another of that genre, there's not really like an overarching story, and it's not even like Tejina Senpai where you can put like background arcs. There's not like building.
Well, even Seki-kun had some like semblance of like a background arc, like with the robot family and stuff like that.
They had mini arcs, yeah.
Yeah, they had like miniature arcs, but this
show just is, I think.
It's more like it's more structured, I think, like a Saturday morning cartoon, to where it's made in a way to where you could watch any episode at any time rather than having to watch them in a certain order. Like with Tejina Senpai, you can watch it whenever, but it makes more sense to watch it, in the order that they give it.
Yeah, whereas with these, I'm pretty sure there is literally no penalty if you watch any episode at any point.
No, I mean, I don't think so.
There's a couple points where they reference back to old things, but even then, it's usually like reiterated in that episode, so it still works.
Yeah, like you don't need any prior knowledge for any of these episodes. But it's also, I don't know if you would say this, but I think it's one of those shows that after you watch the first episode, you know if you're gonna like it or not.
That's true. I knew whether or not I was going to like this before we even started watching it for the podcast. Because I had seen one of the skits. Sorry, 2. I had seen a second one of the skits and didn't know it was from this show.
Oh, okay. I feel like, I don't know. It's super weird, right? Because I feel like I saw something from this show, like an actual like full skit. I know because I watched, I think it was Klemps. Mr. Klemps, he in one of his videos he recommended this show, so I saw like scenes from that, but I feel like I've seen like one of these full sketches because like each episode has like 3 to 4 episodes, quote unquote, in the whole thing, right? Kind of like how it's basically like how Tejina Senpai did the same thing, right?
Yeah,
where it had like multiple different segments. And Seki-kun was basically the same, but just instead of having multiple like segments per episode, it's just each episode was a segment. Which I personally think is better for that kind of thing. But
it felt like the same kind of structure as what was it, Psyche K? Did you ever watch that?
Yeah, it did. It had that, but also,
Yeah.
Psyche K was released individually.
Oh,
it was
I
put
wouldn't know.
together afterwards into the bigger, longer episodes.
Yeah. I never
so.
finished Psyche K for like a really stupid reason, and that's because I don't know where I left off. Because I was watching it on Netflix where they were half-hour episodes.
Oh yeah.
But then I lost my Netflix subscription. I stopped having access to Netflix, and so I pulled it up on like an actual anime site, and they were all of the 3-minute episodes listed separately. I'm like, I have no clue where in this mess I'm supposed to be.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And but we're not talking about Psyche K. I could get off on a whole other tangent on Psyche K. That's a different beast.
You got the pink hair. You're basically him.
I don't like that. No.
It's better than being freaking Kazuichi.
You take that back right now, you motherfucker. Kazuichi Soda is one of the best characters ever conceived in the history of humanity and every other fucking race out there.
Simp.
Yes, he is. Proud to be one, too. You goddamn piece of... Oh,
so,
let's actually talk about the show.
Yeah, so there's 3 characters. There's more characters, but there's 3 characters that we like follow, I guess.
Yeah, there's 3 main characters.
And I only ever remember one of their names, and that's because it's an English name. It's Olivia.
Yeah, then there's Kasumi, which I believe is the shorter-haired girl with glasses.
Mm-hmm.
And then Hasame? Hanako. Okay, I knew it started with an H. Hanako has like the double rat tails and bangs.
Yeah, I always called them twin tails. I don't know what the correct term is.
They are twin tails, but they look like rat tails.
Isn't rat tail like super short though?
No, rat tails can be really long. They're just like really thin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not a hair expert. I have long hair. That doesn't mean I know what it's called.
Yeah. So did you have a favorite of these 3?
No.
Okay, good, because I didn't either.
I want to say Kasumi, but then she also gets problematic at times. Like, if you ignore the few instances where she goes a little nuts, she's best. But no, there really isn't.
They're all bad. Like, they're all just like bad characters.
There is no best character in the show, although there are specifically 3 characters that I do really like.
No, there is a best character.
Oh, there is?
Yeah. I want to know who are the 3 you like first, and then I'll tell you who the best character is.
Oh, I was wondering if I should wait until we get to that. Okay.
I think we're in the character section now. Let's just go over
let's do the character
characters.
section. There are 3 characters that I really enjoyed whenever they appeared. One of them, I don't know their name. It is Tsugumi Aozora. I really liked.
Oh yeah.
To not get into
them.
plot spoilers yet, they're this silver-haired girl that the main trio are suspicious of.
Yeah.
We'll talk about her later, I'm sure.
There's some
story.
Yeah. Aozora's relevant.
But I also really liked Maeda.
Okay.
Because he would just like appear at places.
Yeah.
I don't have the other character's name because it's not listed on this page, and he was only in 2 skits. But it was the freaking Redditor. It was Olivia's brother.
Oh. Really? You like him?
No, I really liked his skits. I thought he was hilarious. Because, man. I mean, just like at first I'm like, look, it's a neckbeard man. And then I'm like, no, this man is straight from like the worst forums Reddit has to offer. I mean, like, I hang out on Reddit. I know what these people are like. This man's on Reddit. He must be.
Yeah. No, he was definitely on Reddit. But he was like he had that stereotypical otaku look. He was, okay, look.
American otaku, though. Like, he had the flannel, dude.
No, that's Japanese otaku.
Are flannels Japanese?
That like, the way he was dressed, is it like very similar to like Otaku no Video and stereotypical otaku and stuff.
Okay, because he looks like people I know from back home. That's why I thought that.
That's fair. But like, yeah, no, he's definitely like stereotypical like Japanese otaku, but also, man, I didn't think we were gonna get into it this early. But he's a fucking weirdo and should probably be arrested.
Yes.
Okay,
and he was fun to watch.
Hold up. His lines were like, "Oh, the scent of middle schoolers is ripe in the air."
Okay, I'm trying to ignore those specific sentences, okay? But the fact that he groveled on the ground to get Olivia's manga back, and that
for himself,
and that he went on a pseudo intellectual like monologue about the theory behind movies to try to get their student film aired, which was excellent. It was one of the parts of the show that I really, really enjoyed.
That's fair. So I actually have two favorite characters because I forgot about one of them.
Okay.
There's two good characters. There's a best boy and a best girl in this show.
Okay.
Best boy is Maeda, obviously.
Yeah, Maeda's great.
Tell me how you can't be best boy when you shoot lasers out of your ass.
Who doesn't want a husbando with butt lasers?
Yeah, exactly. And then best girl is Ru Oka.
I wondered if that's what you were going to say, the spooky girl.
Yeah, the spooky girl. Yeah, she was great. I liked her a lot, actually.
She was okay. I'm not that attached to spooky girl.
I can see why you wouldn't be. I think I really liked her because she stuck out and was memorable against other anime characters, where the main three were not really.
Oh yeah,
but she stuck out for good qualities, I should say, because the other three have their things that are good, that are like they stand out, but not.
I'm gonna step out on a limb here, and by the sounds of it, you agree with me. Except for maybe Olivia, the side characters are more memorable than our main cast.
I would say that they're more quirky. I think that they're more memorable. It's okay. So I can't exactly agree with you 100%, right?
Okay.
But I do agree that their main personality traits are more memorable for the side characters rather than the main three, because the main three, what I remember them for is, like being okay. So this is gonna spoil a little bit. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Oh no, because we're totally spoiler averse on this channel.
So Kasumi, she's in BL. You know, she's into boys love.
Yeah,
that's like what I remember her for. And then I remember fucking what's her name? Hanako. She's just a piece of shit to him all the time.
Yeah, because he like works for her. She's like secretly super rich.
She's a piece of shit to Maeda, but also to like Olivia and
everyone.
Kasumi. Yeah, and then Olivia, I remember because she has spicy armpits. That's a quote from the show.
That is the actual phrase they used to describe it.
Yeah.
I told myself I was not going to get into more vodka until the mid-break, but I'm going to go ahead and crack it open. I think I need it.
Oh, that's fair.
This show was a trip.
It was a trip, and I'm glad I'm off. Let me put it that way.
What, I messaged you on Discord. I was like, hey, what do you think of the show, buddy? And you're like, I like this. This is good.
Wait, hold up here. What did I actually say, like word for word?
I think this. Hold on, I've got your Discord literally open. Let me find it. You were like,
I know, I'm looking.
Searching. Oh frick!
all I said was it's good. That's what I said. That's what I said.
That's better.
I should have said. I should have said it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Not good, but acceptable.
Yeah.
That's
because it had moments, but also there's a bit in the last episode which we'll get to, I'm sure, in part 2, because I'm sure that's how long it'll take us to get there.
Not part 2 episode. We're not doing 2 episodes.
No. The second half of this episode.
Yeah, because that will happen. We are going to need a mid-break.
Yeah, for the love of God. This is rough, bro.
I see it's already hitting you.
Yeah, but there is a part in the last episode that I actually legitimately loved, and I laughed so hard at. One of the few things I actually laughed at.
Last episode. What was in the last episode? Oh, right. Okay.
It was yeah. You'll know what I'm talking about. We'll get there.
I suspect I know which skit you're talking about because there was only one skit in that. Oh, I've knocked everything over.
Oh,
Time for those napkins I've stashed up.
Oh my God, the napkin drawer is finally coming in handy.
The napkin drawer. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm an absolute goblin, so I have a drawer of just napkins in my desk.
Okay, well, let's be real. That was only after I told you to put them in a drawer. Before they were just on the fucking desk.
I mean, it's better than the condiment drawer that they don't need to know about.
That's true. That's very true. And you're not going to find out about the condiment drawer. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm not saying anything else about the condiment drawer.
That's all. You can imagine whatever you want. Okay, so since we're on the topic of subjects. No, what? Since we're on the subject of characters. Oh boy, that was rough. Oh boy. Okay, what did you think about the teacher?
Which teacher? There's 2 of them. There's 3 of them.
There's 4 actually, technically. Oh no, there's just 3. No, there's 3 teachers.
There's 3 that are relevant, but they mention a 4th.
So I mean, their homeroom teacher. So the English teacher, Higuchi Chisato, is apparently her name.
Oh, the small girl.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she was there. I mean, I didn't think she was all that interesting. Like, No. So she shows up to the club. They have a club. We should probably say what it is. They have a club where they play games.
Yeah, we didn't actually say what this club was. But that, like, the way that this club comes about is like in part episode 1.
They're not even official. You have to have 5 members. They don't have 5 members.
Well,
unless you count the teacher, but I don't think they ever officially registered it.
But here's the thing, too, right? The occult club only has 2 members.
Yeah, because
so I don't think this
2 graduated, 2
gives
transferred, and 1 teleported.
Yeah. I don't think this school actually gives a shit.
Well, no, the president does care because she tries her best, okay?
Yeah, but she has the power to just say no.
I appreciate
she
student council president. She's trying.
No, she's not trying at all.
She's trying more than most of the people.
No. I would say the short-haired teacher is trying more.
Kind of, maybe. I don't know. Where were we going with this?
I just want to know your opinion on her. I thought she was just kind of there too, but she also kind of I don't know. She seemed like the teacher that was like the most realistic of the 3. I know that's not hard. Okay, but
she
also
didn't really seem like a teacher.
No, she seemed like a new teacher. Like she wanted to get along with her students, and she didn't want to like she didn't want her students to hate her and stuff. I don't know. I felt like she was like a real teacher.
She started hanging out with her middle school class because she wanted them to find her a boyfriend.
Yeah, because she didn't want them to bully her.
That's not
because she's a new teacher.
I don't. All right.
Look, she's more teacher than the other 2.
Okay. Okay, so the not the English teacher, but the Japanese teacher, the literature teacher.
Which one was that? Because the English teacher was Chisato. Back hair. Okay, so the dude.
Yeah, so there's like the beefy teacher who I think teaches English. And then there was the Japanese literature.
No. Chisato, the short-haired, like small girl, does English.
Does she?
Yes, because because later on in the show, she's like, she can understand the English and stuff.
I don't remember what beefy teacher is. Then
I think she was the literature or something.
Well, there's also this like Weasley man, and he was fun. He was creepy, but he was fun, and I don't know whether I like him or hate him.
He was creepy for sure, but I think he reminded me a bit. I know you're not going to get this reference, okay? So like
those are my favorite.
Don't have to ask you. Of like the one teacher from Azumanga Daioh. The one, I think he's the only guy teacher, but like he always has his mouth open. He has these like round glasses, this like spiky hair, and he's like always like just super creepy, but like he's trying his best, you know, like he's doing his best. But
this man cares for his this teacher cares for his students so much that he was willing to lick pee.
Well, he was also willing to basically kill himself, snap his spine,
just to make a Kamehameha look believable.
Which it wasn't even that's not how it works. It doesn't spin you around.
I don't know how it works, and I'm assuming he didn't.
Obviously. No, he didn't, because they made a mention to that. That's what one of them mentioned. Like, that's not how a Kamehameha hit looks. Like, one of them says that.
Immediately break your spine?
No, it like you get hit in the chest and you just fly backwards. It doesn't spin your top half around. God, it's like you've never even watched Dragon Ball.
What do you take me for, an anime fan? Am I right?
I mean, I've only watched like the first 20 episodes of Dragon Ball Z, but I've read all the manga for Dragon Ball except Super. Super can go suck my nuts.
I watched half of an episode of Dragon Ball while I was at the local ramen shop, and that was about it.
Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z?
I don't know. It was on at the ramen shop.
Was Goku an adult?
I don't remember.
Oh my god, bro. It was probably Dragon Ball Z.
That's the famous one, right?
Yeah.
Look, I'm sorry. This is too mainstream for me. Oh, I physically cringed inside hearing myself say that.
Yeah, let's look at your fucking watch list, bro.
No!
We'll see what's too mainstream for you, buddy.
We don't need to go there.
Oh my god.
So Asobi Asobase.
Okay, so we got the beefy teacher. She's pretty cool.
She's buff, and she's sisters with the swim teacher that we never meet.
Or no, is she the swim teacher or the swim student? Or like swim club president? I thought she was swim club president.
I don't remember, but they're sisters. We find that out in the Banana Republic episode.
I think it's the last episode.
No, it was when they find the Book of Secrets, the National Treasure Book of Secrets.
Oh, that was like episode... It was either 7 or 8.
One of them. I'm too
it was the Book of
I'll
Banana.
look at my papers.
It was the Banana Book or something.
Banana Papers, I think it was called.
Yeah, Banana Papers. That's what it was
Looks like episode 7, because that's the same episode that had Raskin Bobbins, dude.
Oh my god.
Look, I write down dumb things, okay? And Raskin Bobbins stood out to me.
That was bad. That's like the laziest thing I've seen. And I've
Look,
like...
man,
do you know how many versions of McDonald's I've seen? There's McDonald's, Mickey Donald's, Mike Donald's, like fucking like White Donald's.
You remind me, I really wanted to buy the t-shirt. There was a t-shirt that you could get on like Redbubble or something that says McNaldo's I like the it. And I didn't buy it, but I wish I had.
You already have the Spubby t-shirt. Isn't that enough?
It would go with the Sububby t-shirt.
Isn't one enough?
No. I need all of them. We have a mutual friend with the Apple Bapples shirt.
Oh no. So Asobi Asobase. I feel like that's going to be said a lot this episode.
That's going to be like our gimmick is, hey.
That's our drinking episode. That's our drinking game. Every time we say insert name of show here, take a shot. Or take a drink, actually. Don't take a shot. We're not trying to kill anybody. Also, drink responsibly. We should say that.
We have never said that, but we really should.
Yeah, we're saying that right now. Drink responsibly.
Are we drinking responsibly? I don't know. We should be.
We're drinking fine.
Yeah,
we're drinking
good.
Great. But
you stay good. Y'all stay good out there.
Stay good out there. Don't drink and drive. All those.
A shot of weeb. Stay good out there.
That's it. That's our tagline.
Take the jacket off. I'm burning up in here.
So Asobi Asobase. Do you want to? Do we have any? Can we stall anymore, or do we have to go to episode 1 now?
We probably have to actually go through episodes. Again, here's the problem I had with this. With Asobi Tejina Senpai and Seki-kun, both of them, there were specific skits that I'm like, this was really good. I want to talk about this skit. I want to talk about this skit. That didn't happen here. There were only 2 skits that I was like, this is good. The rest of it, I was just kind of like...
There's one for me.
There's one. There is only one skit worth it to you.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we have similar opinions then.
But
I was worried. I was really worried that we were going to get into this episode and you were just going to be like, the show was great. I love the design. There's so much good stuff here.
Actually, speaking of that, I just want to mention quickly to stall even longer before we have to actually talk about the fucking show.
None of us want to do that.
We don't. The aesthetic of the show, I really liked.
I hated it.
God, you're such a... You don't understand what good aesthetic is. You're a piece of shit. I'll say it right here.
That's not where I thought that was going. I thought you were about to call me a bitch.
I mean, you're a bitch. There, you happy?
Look, man.
Okay, look. The watercolor aesthetic that it had, the really thin lines. That's what I was talking about with the aesthetic.
Okay,
See?
okay.
You're a bitch because you won't let me finish my sentences.
I'm sorry. I've had 4 shots of vodka. No, I thought... So, the general look of the show was a little bit weird, but, okay, I can get behind it. But they do a lot of, really heavy stylization for emphasis. The reactions are excessively drawn.
Yes.
And there's a lot
of... That's kind of like the main gimmick or, the main draw of the show, I would say.
Yeah, and I hated it. It was well done, and I hated it.
I liked some of them. But a lot of them I did not.
See, I was scared about saying that. I was scared about admitting that I didn't like the heavy stylization because that's usually you're all over that. And so I'm like, dude, he's gonna kick me off the podcast.
No, that it was. Some of those were bad. Some of them are bad.
I just found it unsettling. Honestly, I'm looking at it and I'm like,
that's why I think some of them worked really well, because it was unsettling, and I think that was kind of the point of some of them.
Definitely, and I didn't like it.
Right, but it worked, because it that's what I'm saying. It worked. Even if you didn't like it, it still worked and achieved its goal. Some of them though were unsettling, and they shouldn't have been, in my opinion. I don't know. I can't think of any specifically. Because I didn't care enough to write them down.
It happens every episode. It's every...
Yeah, exactly. It's literally that's the gimmick of the show.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I knew about going into this. So, for context for anyone who's seen it, I know you've seen it, obviously. We're here talking about it.
That's true. Yeah. Oh, maybe I didn't. God, what a fucking twist that would be, huh?
Yeah, I just didn't watch the episode.
I didn't even watch the fucking show.
We should do that for April Fools. We should talk about a show we've never seen.
That'd be pretty good, yeah.
Oh dear, where was I going with that?
I have no fucking clue. You were talking about the extreme shit.
Yeah, I had something relevant to say. I think, probably. I don't know, man.
It wasn't... Yeah. The watercolor aesthetic I really liked, but also... There's parts of it I didn't like, because one of the main things... I don't know. It's weird, right? Because when Olivia was first introduced, I was like, okay, that's a really cute character design. The only one of the designs I actually liked.
Yeah, because she's American. You know she's American because she's blonde.
Yeah, but she's not American. She's not American.
She's American descent.
Yes, but she's not American. She grew up in Japan, but she still tries to play that off because she got embarrassed when she was introducing herself.
Yeah, but still, she's, I don't know, genetically American. She's a Japanese citizen with 2 American parents. Yeah.
She's got blonde hair, blue eyes.
That means American, obviously.
Yeah, that's it.
Anime shorthand for America.
So her design is really good, especially when she has the 2 braids that come like in front of her.
I don't quite remember that, but I'll take your word for it.
I don't know. It's not like it's not like something that happens very often, but I loved that hairstyle on her. I thought it was really cute. But once I learned that she doesn't wear fucking deodorant, I was disgusted every time I looked at her.
How dare
Once I learned that she has
presence.
A spicy scent in her armpits.
Yeah, and like it's also shown because there's an episode where they're riffing on Pokemon Go, except you're like hunting bacteria, and Honda Civic picks up the phone and points it at Olivia, and is like, "Hey, what do these exclamation points mean?" As both of her armpits like light up, blinking danger.
Yeah. Yeah. God, that episode was fucking weird.
That was definitely an episode.
That's something I could say about this show. It had episodes.
I think I wrote down for that episode. I can find out which episode that is because I wrote down Pokemon Go to the polls. Which is relevant because we're recording this on election day.
That's true. We are. Hey, happy end of America.
When this uploads, go out and vote 4 days ago.
Yeah, remember, go vote. Tell us who your favorite anime girl is.
I thought you were about to say, tell us who your favorite candidate is. And I'm like, bro, we can't do that.
No, anime girl, bro. Who gives a shit about American politics when you have anime?
This show is... I was about to say the show isn't American, but no, it is. We're both American. But this is
both American.
Across borders. Anyone can partake in the
we're like
joy
that. We're like that charity,
anime
Doctors Without Borders, or whatever the fuck it's called.
What are you gonna fucking call us? Weebs Without Borders?
Hey, new show idea.
New show idea. We travel around the world and watch anime with locals.
Yeah, give my Venmo is, and I'll put it up on screen.
Fund our trip to Japan.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
Dude, I want to go there. I want to move.
Yeah, I want to live there as well. Trust me.
I would like to live there if I'm not working a job there.
I want to do that English teacher transfer thing.
Yeah, just be English teachers. There we go. I can speak English.
Exactly.
I can speak bad English.
I do that very well. I speak perfect English. Anyways,
my mind was like, you're making fun of my southern accent, and then I realized, wait, no, you're actually Southern.
That's my heritage.
I'm also Southern.
No, you're not. You're from Illinois. I'm from the deep south.
The southern border. It is culturally southern.
I'm the deep south. I'm the deep south.
Stop telling me
I literally have an Alabama jersey on right now. Literally. Okay. We're literally doing everything possible to not talk about this fucking show.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh god, it's so bad.
How are we gonna go into this? Should we just roll? I can roll like a D12 and then we talk about that episode.
Do that. Yes.
Okay, you keep them busy. I'm gonna go get my dice.
Okay, I'm gonna keep the fucking few. No, we're just gonna cut. We're just cutting here. I'm sorry, guys. We're just cutting. I'm not. Oh god, he's got the dice. Oh wait, maybe we're not cutting. Oh boy. We'll see. What's up? So I told everybody that we were cutting right there.
Oh, we're
just
cutting?
Gonna do a jump cut. But you can listen to what I said and see if it's worth it.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know. I kind of just resigned myself to the fate of the entire audience knowing that I now wear sweatpants while recording. Welcome to quarantine, where only half your outfit matters. I would just like to take a moment to brag, by the way. I'm very glad we decided the need for dice came up, because I would like to brag about my entire box full of dice.
I have one die, and I think I left it at my parents' house.
This is... How big would you say this box is? Like 8 by 6
It looks like
7?
A cigar box.
Oh, it is bigger than a cigar box, I'm pretty certain. It's like carved wood. It's got a dragon on it, yo. And it is chock full.
How deep is it? How deep? Can you show me how...
2...
Okay, it's probably... Okay, so I would say that's about twice as deep as a cigar box, but about the same size overall.
Are cigars that big?
Yeah, cigar boxes are pretty big.
Oh, I never would have known.
I mean, this right here, I can show you. Where is it at?
I bought it at a specialty
This
shop
is like a smallish cigar.
Why do you have cigars? Shame on you. Smoking's bad for you. I say on the show where we drink shots of vodka.
True. That's very true.
I just wanted to brag about my dice, man. I haven't played D&D in like a year and a half. These dice have been woefully underused.
Hey, at least you're finally getting some use out of them.
I am getting use out of one of them, specifically this one. I was given this for my birthday in high school.
Nice.
And it is going to roll well. Actually, it's not going to roll well, because if it rolls any episode, we suffer.
It's true. It's very
That's
true.
where we're going with this. That is... You'll have to trust me on this. I can, like, pick it up and show the camera.
That's fine.
You'll have to trust me that we rolled...
I'll trust you.
Episode 9. We're going
Episode
straight to the
9.
second half.
Oh,
this will be, like, our example episode, I guess, for the first half.
Okay, so this one... Oh no.
This was when the dude showed up.
Yeah. This is also the episode that, like, I remember distinctly that one teacher is the English teacher because of this episode.
Yeah. Oh, this is also the one. Is this the one I think it is? I'm going to the episode list because I think I remember this one, and I immediately don't want to talk about it. Okay, yeah, it is. So this has both, like, one of my favorite skits and also one that I watched it and I'm like, wow, this is a terrible day to have ears. Which one of those should we talk about first?
Let's just start with the first one. Let's go in order. We'll start with Troubles of a Fake Foreigner.
Troubles of a Fake Foreigner. Okay, so this episode only had 3 skits in it, and Troubles of a Fake Foreigner is the only one of those 3 skits that I don't remember.
Okay, so this is the one where, because, you know, the whole time Olivia is, like, pretending to be from America to the class because she fucked up her introduction to the class. She stuttered. And so her excuse was that she's not fluent in Japanese. But she wants everybody to know that she's fluent in Japanese and doesn't know English because she's sick of everybody asking her English questions. And so...
What's an example of American English? Godzilla.
Well, actually, exam English and casual English are 2 different things, so I'm not going to be able to help you.
We'd fail a Japanese English test if we went, clearly.
Yeah, I would definitely not be able to. Actually, I could. I could. I've taken so many English classes by this point. I know I know how to use a semicolon correctly.
It's almost
Can
like
you say
we're
that?
both college graduates. I should hope we can handle an English test.
Look, man, I know people who can't use a semicolon correctly. They're college graduates.
That's fair. Yeah. I remember I used to, like... I'd crap out a paper like the night before it's due, and they're like, "Wow, this is the best essay I received in the class," and I'm like, "Buddy, you got low standards."
Nice.
So Olivia doesn't speak English, but pretends she can.
I just lost your audio again.
Stop breaking my audio, my guy.
Can't fucking help it. Give me 1 second. Where were we at?
Olivia doesn't speak English.
Right. Olivia doesn't speak English. and she wants people to know that she can speak Japanese so that she can make friends.
So she asks the Honda to... I didn't just stop recording, did I? No? Okay, I punched my keyboard.
That would have been dangerous.
She asks Honda to start passing a note. Actually, no, she's like, hey, why don't you hop into that group of people talking over there and subtly start a rumor that I'm actually terrible at... that I'm fluent in Japanese.
Yeah.
And I felt a total mood here because she's like, you want me to just walk into that group of people and start talking? That's about the same as jumping out of a second-story window. And me, as an absolute hermit, I felt that in my soul.
Well, it was jumping out of a second-story window and landing on my butt.
Specifically.
Yeah. And then that's when Olivia says, man, I wish you would give me something that doesn't sound realistic. Because that does sound like something that she would do.
But Honda's like, no, I can fix this. And she's like, I'm going to pass notes in class. And I don't know if is this a Japanese thing or is this just something I missed out on? She folds it into a little t-shirt. I don't even know how you do that.
Nah, dude, it's origami.
I used to do origami. I never learned a t-shirt.
I don't know. I think it's just like a gag kind of thing.
Yeah, because I saw that going around a while back about how to, like, fold a dollar bill into a t-shirt or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Anyway, she starts passing notes.
They didn't fold it that way in Seki-kun. So.
It goes through, like, 3 people, and they're like, wow, I never knew. But then it hits the other main character. It hits...
Yeah, the nerdy girl. The nerd. And she's like, oh no, somebody's found out Olivia's secret. I better change it. So she tries to change it.
And scribbles in words that I'm pretty sure they didn't, like, work because the subtitles were all, like...
They didn't mean anything. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think they tried to change it to, like, Olivia's super cool and good at Japanglish or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And then the teacher catches it. He's like, hey, I'm not passing notes in class. No. And so then she reads it out. And she's like, oh, is this true, Olivia? Is this actually true? And then Olivia denies it. And so everybody who read the note that said that she is fluent in Japanese is like, oh, well, I guess that sucks.
Never mind.
Olivia. Yeah. Like, damn. And so that whole plan goes, completely awry. And then they get pissed at whatever her name is, the fucking nerd.
Well, yeah, because they meet in the club room later, and they're like, I can't believe that went wrong. And then the glasses girl is like, what? But I tried to make you sound amazing in it. And both of them are just like, wait.
Yeah, because they realized what happened. Yep.
So that
was the first one. It was kind of unmemorable.
That was the quote-unquote weakest skit of the 3, because this episode only had 3.
Yeah, that was the weakest skit.
One of them was physically painful, and the other one was the introduction of a character I really, really enjoyed. We've already talked about him.
Which was the physically painful one? Oh, it's definitely the first one. Or this next one, A Dutchy Wife.
Yes. God, what? One of my notes for this segment was, wow, I wish I didn't speak English.
Understandably so. It's a bad episode.
Olivia gets chosen to give a speech in English because she's clearly the best at it.
Yeah, because she's from America, so she must be fluent in English.
And she's like, yo, I can't do it. So she asks Honda, who recruits Maeda and her grandpa, to help. And they build an android that looks exactly like Olivia.
And this is something that had happened before. Though they built an android that looks exactly like a boy. Like just like a perfect boyfriend for Honda Civic.
Except for when it starts sounding exactly like her grandpa.
Yeah, and also, for whatever reason, her grandpa is a fucking sexual predator?
Yes.
I guess.
Yes, he is.
Based on the voice lines? Because they took his... Because that's what Maeda said also, is he got voice lines from her grandpa for this android.
Mm-hmm.
And then just modulated it so it sounded like Olivia.
Yeah, because her grandpa speaks fluent English.
Yeah, so everything that came out of her fucking mouth was just a goddamn sex thing.
Yeah, because they're like, hey, do you actually speak English? And it starts rambling on about how many people she's going to sleep with that night. In English. And I don't want to give it credit for this. I really don't want to give it credit for this. This, for some reason, this, of all things, is one of the few times the English in anime was actually, like, good. Like, it actually... Yeah. It wasn't horrendously mispronounced. It was actually English. And I'm like, why is this the show that has to get it right? I don't want to listen to this.
Yeah, no, it was fucking awful. So bad to listen to. Also, like, the subtitles, like, they kind of bleeped out some of the words for some reason. Mm-hmm. But only, like, every once in a while.
When a bad word was said in Japanese, or when it was written in the subtitles, it was censored. I don't think the English words were censored.
I don't think the English words were censored either, which was weird. Because they never censored the word sex.
Yeah, they definitely didn't censor that. I don't remember if they censored the F-bomb she was throwing around. They might have. I
think they probably did those. Because that would be hard to get past TV, you know, like restrictions.
Yeah, but it's not in Japanese, therefore it's okay.
No, you can't say fuck anywhere.
Oh no, our show's been canceled.
Shit. Oh god, I got the fucking hiccups now. Damn it.
Why are you doing
Oh, I said the word too. God, our show's canceled, bro. We're done.
We are deleted from the internet. Our living privileges are gone.
Oh god, yeah, no, it was just bad because it looks like a sex doll.
Yeah, which it's because she's modeled off of one. They actually say that.
Yeah, and it's awful. It's like, honestly,
because my aunt is like, I totally didn't model this off of one of your grandfather's many sex dolls, and it's like, okay, show, I didn't need this.
The fact that you said totally didn't, think I know what you did.
Seems pretty sus.
Yeah, you're pretty sus there, buddy. Yeah, it was bad. But can we get to the last one that you seem to like for some reason?
No, I just find Olivia's brother to be an entertaining aspect of the show. So, if I'm remembering this skit correctly, Olivia gets this, like, massive manga volume confiscated because she's taken it to class five times now.
It's just a magazine.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but like some of them get like really thick. Like it's gonna be a pain in the ass to get it out.
Yeah, so don't worry about it.
I have a couple of them, and like especially the monthly ones are like massive. The monthly ones are massive because monthly manga are generally like around 50 pages, where weekly is closer to like 20 to 30. Okay. So like the monthly ones are a lot thicker. I mean, I think the one I have is like that thick. It's fucking massive.
Okay, I didn't realize it got like that.
Yeah.
Either way, she's had it out in class like 5 times, and so the teacher's like, look, no, I can't let you have this back. I've called your parents. And she's like, my parents are gone. And they're like, well, yeah, but your brother accepted the call as a guardian. He's coming here to apologize. At which point, Honda's freaking 13. Are they 13? They're probably 13, I think.
They're 13 or 14. I think they're 14.
She's just like,
I think they're 14.
Oh my god, it's a boy. He must be excellent.
Yeah. Well, and it's because it's the brother of Olivia who is super attractive.
Yeah.
And so they're like, oh, well, then her brother must also be super attractive.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, yeah, he's a lot older than us. He has 2 PhDs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2. Count them. 2.
Dude. That man probably has the Navy SEALs copy pasta memorized.
He probably was the first person who wrote it.
He wrote the Navy SEALs.
He's the originator of that copy pasta.
Oh, man. Either way, Honda's like going nuts trying to theorize about him. And Olivia's like, okay, I gotta go meet him at the front gate. To which point Honda like volunteers her and Glasses to go with her. Glasses start freaking out because she hates all men.
Yeah. And
she's like, yo, just pretend he's an anime.
Oh, and she's like, Oh, so this is like a Big Brother X Gar BL. It's like...
You remember how I said there were very specific interactions that made me not like the character?
Mm-hmm.
You found one.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I told it. Yeah. It's bad.
You know how I've like teased during the season 0 of this show that there was one show that I rated the worst. I gave it a 2. One of the characters from that show had this same trait.
Yeah.
Where like everything they saw was like, oh, it's like this fantasy. I could write so much about it.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Fudanshi, I think is the term.
Got freaking flashbacks to that cancer of an anime.
I'm sure you'll make me watch it at some point.
I don't think I want to rewatch that.
Oh, interesting.
It would be a side episode at most as well, because like it's what, like 12 7-minute episodes. We wouldn't really get short. A full show out of that.
It is really short. Yeah.
Either way, they all go to the front gate and they're met by like this massive dude. Like,
yeah.
He's got the same build as me, so like 6 foot freaking round man. He's wearing a lumberjack flannel and glasses and a sweatband headband sort of thing tying his head back.
Yep.
Honda has a freaking heart attack because he's not this dreamboat she imagined.
Yeah. It doesn't even believe that he could be related to Olivia either.
At which point he goes full very smart and he's like, yeah, I wouldn't expect you to have a basic understanding of Mendel's law.
Yeah, he's a nerd.
He's not the good kind of nerd. I mentioned he's a Redditor. He's the freaking I am very smart kind of Redditor.
Yeah, he is a Redditor. That's
you
not a good
You have to have a very high IQ to understand all the layers of Rick and Morty. He's that kind of Redditor.
Yeah. Yep. But also he does have a high IQ apparently because he has 2 PhDs.
And piercing blue eyes. This was one of the things that was kind of funny. He's like, I can prove we're related. And he takes off his glasses and he has the same blue eyes as Olivia. But it cuts to like this super detailed, like pretty boy shot of just his eyes.
Yep.
Like, okay, you actually got me with that gag. Thank you. That was a good.
It's also his profile picture online.
Yeah.
Not online, online, the messaging app. I want to make that clear.
Which I keep forgetting is a thing because that's Japan.
Yeah, it's a Japan thing mainly. You can use it in America, but like most people don't.
I found out about it because of, I think, Persona.
Yeah, I have a bunch of Haikyuu stickers on there that I bought when I was in Japan.
Oh boy.
Yeah. They're great. Some of them have sound.
But yeah, no, he like at the end of the episode gets Honda's and Takamata Conglomerate's messenger pages.
Oh, wait a minute. No, he does not.
Oh yeah, because Glasses has too old a phone.
Yeah, he only gets Hondas. And
immediately starts flirting with the 13-year-old.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that night he waits till the night. He's a gentleman.
Oh, sorry. Wait till they're out of school first.
No, he waits till they're out of school for the day, not for life.
Unfortunately.
And then
I'm not
Honda
going to try
in.
to act like this character's blameless. I just really enjoyed the skits he was in.
That's fair. No, it's fiction. You can enjoy whatever you want to. But then Honda comes in the next day. It's like, man, your brother's really hot when he's only online.
When you can't see him.
Yeah. And then I think Olivia was like, oh, I have more pictures on my phone, and then shows the worst picture I've ever seen in my life.
Have you ever seen those like cosplay of like when I can say fat man. I'm a fat man. If a fat man like me tried to dress up as Wonder Woman, complete with exposed midriff, that's what that was.
Yeah, it was something.
It was definitely something, and they hard cut the episode on that. They go to the outro.
Yep, that's the end. And I would like to mention the outro here real quick.
I hated it.
I liked it, and I didn't think you would. didn't think you would.
Oh yeah, you know me well enough to know that I don't like anything you do.
Yeah, I like that kind of music, so I did like it. I liked it a lot more than the OP.
The OP was kind of catchy. It was just like the sing-songy summer dress sort of thing.
Yeah, that's the problem though, because like it didn't fit the show at all. Maybe that's what they were going for, was like oh, look at this OP. Oh, we're gonna switch it on you, but like they do it so quickly. They do it so quickly that it doesn't really have that effect, if you know what I mean. You know,
I kind of vibed with the OP. It sounded cute. I liked it.
I didn't like it for the show, and the OP was a lot better. And I liked the visual style of the ED as well.
The visual style of the ED, in my opinion, was okay. The vocals definitely matched the show.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I liked them. I can't stand that kind of music. I really can't.
Yeah, I like that kind of music, so it's personal preference.
For context, we haven't said what it is. It was metal. They do
it's heavy metal.
Death metal, screamo. What would it be called?
I think it'd probably be closer to like screamo. I would probably say would be like the closest.
For context, I like metal in certain circumstances. I listen to Sabaton, for example, which
I do as well.
It's got the heavy metal, but when they sing, it's actual voices, it's actual singing. It's not some dude retching his guts out on stage. That's what the outro was.
Yeah, but also, like, it takes a lot of skill to be able to not kill your vocal cords and do that kind of singing, because they're still saying words. It's not like they're just making noises.
It takes a lot of skill to sound that bad without hurting yourself. I'm sorry, I hate that kind of music so much.
Look, that's where we differ. I don't think they sound bad. I think it sounds good. It's just a different style. But that's an argument for a different day, and probably not on the podcast.
This isn't a music review podcast.
Yeah, we're not. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Anthony Fantano, the internet's busiest music nerd. Today we're going to talk about why the Asobi Asobase ED is garbage or great.
You just got our episode flagged.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it was a very fitting ED for what it was, but because of what it was, I couldn't jive with it. I really couldn't.
Yeah. That's fair.
I can acknowledge that it was good for what it was.
Yeah,
but I don't like it.
That's fair. And with that, I think it's time for us to take our mid-break.
It is definitely time for mid-break. Yeah. We'll be back very shortly for the second half of our review of Asobi Asobase to start off Season 1 of A Shot of Weeb. We'll return.
Bye-bye. Okay. Let me get the fucking tears out of my eyes.
Were you crying at the McClunky?
Yeah, dude. McClunky.
McClunky. He says it in the stupidest way, too.
McClunky. All right, that's how we're starting off this episode. Thank you for coming back. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that.
No, you should have stuck with it. I absolutely would have used that.
Oh, God. Okay. McClunky. McClunky. All right, we're back for the second half of A Shot of Weeb.
So forced.
It was very forced. Yeah. You can use the other one if you want.
Normal intro.
Welcome back. All right, welcome back to another episode of A Shot of Weeb. Another episode, the second half of this episode. Oh my God, bro! It's been so long.
Episode.
It's been so long since we did the first half that I did forget. For a split second, I forgot.
We were like, "Hey, let's take a 5-minute break to use the restroom, grab a snack," and then we talked for a full hour.
A full hour, yeah.
Because neither of us want to talk about this fucking show.
Oh man, it's so bad. It's bad. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good.
I think. Sorry, I've got the freaking Rona. I don't have the Rona. Not that I know.
Get away from the mic. 6 feet.
6 feet away from the microphone. I'm sorry. I think what we're gonna do for the second season. Second, I'm taking my shot. We have another shot for this half.
Yeah, we do have another shot. This will help. This will help.
Yeah. Let me get my Sprite ready. I'm sorry to our audience that we're a bunch of idiots over here. What a season premiere, you know? Season premiere. We still don't know what we're doing.
Great. Yeah.
I'll drink to that, bro.
Yeah.
So what seems to be the way we're this is we're each gonna go to like a couple of skits or like a couple of jokes or something that like really stood out to us, but there's really not that much. So I think we're gonna be spending most of the second half of this sort of like giving summary thoughts on the thing as a whole, because we tend to rush our final thoughts. Like we like run out of time and we're like, we got 5 minutes, let's go.
Yeah,
we're gonna let this one breathe because we can kind of afford to.
We really can. Yeah. But so this might be a shorter episode ish, but
possibly.
But who knows? We're not there yet. We haven't. We can't see the future, but you guys can, because you know how long the episode is.
Yeah, dude, you got insider information that we don't even have. But for now, let's bounce this back and forth between each other. Let's just find some like good points that we want to riff off, and we'll just hop through. Do you want to go first, or should I go first?
No, I think you should go first. You had more you had 2 skits you liked. I had 1.
Okay, that's fair. So the first one I want to bring up, I wouldn't really call this a skit that I like per se.
Okay.
But it explains one of my favorite characters. I would just like to say real quick that my wallpaper engine is doing that thing again, where every time Seaweed stops talking, I just get music blasted in my ears.
Hey, yeah, I can't keep talking forever, bro.
That.
Yeah, go ahead and skip that. Because.
No, so I already talked about how I like Maeda. You really like Maeda. We have one episode where I forget exactly what the setup is, but they're basically like telling stories or something, and they have Maeda tell the story. He's like, there was once a college student in his 3rd year or whatever, and he goes on this big elaborate story about how, what was it, aliens or secret government? I think it was secret government kidnapped him and shoved a super weapon in his butt.
It was aliens.
It was aliens?
I'm almost positive it was aliens. Yeah.
And so every time he uses his butt, lasers.
Yep. So he destroyed every toilet he tried to use.
Yeah. And at the end of the story, we get the plot reveal. He breaks character of the story and is like, now I only destroy toilets when I'm in freaking
because I think because Honda's girlfriend or Honda's grandpa, two very different things.
Maybe they're the same.
Don't like that. Not like that. Okay, so Honda's grandpa is like, for some reason, or he takes in Maeda, and somehow he's able to like not completely stop the butt lasers, but like stop it for the majority of the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Somehow. That's never explained. Just at all.
But, I suppose it should mention that, like, we've known about Maeda's butt lasers before this episode.
Yeah. Yes.
Because, like, I think it was... They were talking about Shogi in the second episode. There's, like, a Shogi team.
Was that the second episode?
Was that the second? It may not have been the second. It was really early on, though. But basically, the Shogi team is, like, trying to take the Pastimers Club's room. And she's like... And Honda's like, Shogi's dangerous. That's the game where you shoot.
Episode 3.
It was 3?
Yeah.
She's like, Shogi's... dangerous because that's a game where you shoot lasers out of your butt, because that's what Maeda told her.
Yeah.
And she just completely believes it because he can shoot lasers out his butt. That's clearly what Shogi is.
Yeah. Well, because he didn't know how to play Shogi, but he had to be able to tell. He could never tell her, I don't know. for some reason. Don't know why. He just couldn't. And so instead he decided to tell her that shogi is a game you play by shooting lasers out of your butt.
Yeah, because he can prove that, because he can do that.
Yeah. It just so happens that he can do it. Oh my god.
Yeah, and so he starts telling the story about it, and it comes back later again, because when, pardon me, sorry, jeez, sorry, okay, I can
good
do this.
there, dog?
The vodka's catching up to me, fast. I can feel it.
Oh boy.
It comes back. The Pastimers Club makes a student film. It's really bad. There's a sexy spy, but they're 13 years old, and it's uncomfortable. Anyway, they're trying to beg the student council president to get it aired. And there's a sequence where the vice president's in there, and they keep showing up one at a time to beg for it to be shown. And the first time one of the students comes in and tries to beg, and they're just no, and they set him out. The second person who comes in, Honda, shows up with Maeda in tow, and she's Maeda will beg for me for this in my stead. And Maeda gets down on the ground and is I must beg for your permission, bows down to the ground, farts a laser through the back wall.
Yep.
Which, of course, everyone's just oh, that's just a thing that happens. Okay, you do that.
Well, no, the vice president was not like that. The vice president was what the fuck is going on? What do you mean? What just happened? And then he turns around. Then he turns around because Honda's you've got to apologize to the door that you just put a hole through. And so then he starts to bow down to that, and the vice president's no, not at that angle.
Yeah,
no,
ass pointed straight at the vice president.
Straight at her.
And she's hold on. The butt laser is my favorite through line of this show. You can quote that.
That's a good quote. Yeah, that is the best through line of the show. I would agree. Oh man.
And that episode gets continued in a really great way because after Maeda's butt lasers fail to convince the vice president, Olivia brings in her brother to do a full-on movie review. It's just, it's perfect.
Yeah, he's basically like a CinemaSins, but in real life, because he's using all these words that these really long big words that
it's
the
a
general
deconstruction
populace
of the genre that flirts with cliches, but while maintaining its own personality.
It's words that the general public isn't gonna know, but they'll think they'll understand. They'll kind of get it, and so it'll make him. It sounds fancy, and so he sounds like he knows what he's talking about, but he has no fucking clue what he's talking about.
It sounds like me when I'm trying to pretend I'm an actual reviewer on this show.
No. You're not that
yes,
bad.
the music. It is very auditory.
Oh yes, the visuals are very visual. Yeah.
This floor is made of floor.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that whole Maeda bit is great. I think moving on to if you don't mind, I'll move on to my bit here, which also involves Maeda.
Okay, the best boy. He teleports.
It is literally the last bit of the show.
Okay.
It's the very last one. And they're playing.
Okay.
Yeah, they're playing this game. I don't know what this game is.
Paper
I've never
Wars.
heard of this game. Yeah, Paper Wars. But basically, the only reason Maeda's even a part of it is because he came to bring Honda an umbrella. And he's like, Are you sure it's okay? And she's like, yeah, I needed somebody else for my team anyways.
Can I just make one really fast statement about Maeda that we haven't brought up? It's very important.
Please, because it's making me laugh thinking about this part.
He keeps just showing up. They'll be I wonder where Maeda is, and then he just appears behind her. In one episode, they actually address that because he stands up behind her, and Honda's how long have you been there? And he's the whole time. And Glasses Girl is yeah, I could see him kneeling behind you.
Yeah, and then I think Honda says something oh, that's why you were sitting weird, or something, because she didn't want to be able to see him because she's scared of guys. But in this Paper Wars, so I think the gist of the game is you draw something to try to beat the other opponent's drawing, and you get to come up with what its power is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. I freeze-framed on the rules, and like the win condition was if your opponent agrees they cannot win.
Which is like, it's never gonna happen. Like, what is that?
But I have game. Scribble.
Yeah. No, it's literally... This is legitimately the best part of the show. Like, actually, the Oh my god, okay, I'm like actually laughing just thinking about it. Okay, so...
Stop laughing at your own joke before you told it.
Okay, so basically, the way it goes what? Honda, Olivia... Maeda, and then Nerd. That's like the order.
Olivia
that's
and
the
Glasses
order that
are on a team. Yeah,
Olivia and Glasses are on a team. Honda and Maeda are on a team, and it like each side gets one turn, and the order is Honda, Olivia, Maeda, Glasses, and then it resets. Go on. Mm-hmm. But Honda.
Yeah.
I'm trying, dude. I'm trying.
I believe in you. You can do this.
Okay, so Honda would draw something and like be like, oh, whatever, haha, it does this, Then Olivia would draw something. Okay, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to put a picture of what is drawn. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. But then Olivia will draw something to like counteract it, right? And then. And then Maeda
do go on.
Okay, and then Maeda will just Bro, I don't know if I can do it.
Do you need me to take over?
I'm literally no, I want to try to get through this. I'm not faking this at all either. I want to try to do this. Okay, give me a second to recompose myself.
You got this. I'm giving you my strength.
Okay. So then, when it comes to Maeda's turn, he just draws this little creature. This is fucking like abomination on the top of whatever Honda. You gotta take over. I don't know why is this so funny? Dude, I don't understand.
So
oh my god.
So Maeda would draw this tiny little stick man just like on top of whatever Honda drew. And his description every single time was, this is the strongest creature. It amplifies the ability.
By three times.
And Honda is always terrified of it. She's like, what the fuck did you just draw? And he's like, it triples the strength of the cannon. It triples his buffness. I don't remember what the second item was.
It triples the buffness so that the like mirrors or whatever, like the ability was like negated, and so like his ability actually ended up working or whatever, so he wasn't paralyzed because it was this like weird shaved old man.
No, that was the third one. That was the man.
Oh, that's right. That was the third one. No, that was the second one. No, Mr. Man or whatever. The man was the second one, I thought.
It might have been. I don't know. But, like, they had, like, a paralyzing item on the other team. God. He's like, it sits on his head running the Mr. Man recovery spell that, like, unparalyzes him.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. But every time, Maeda just was this fucking creature. This goddamn, like... I'm sorry. I don't know why this is so fucking funny to me. This is how I was watching the episode too, though.
I'm glad you liked it, because I wrote one note on this segment.
What did you write on this, Ben?
I wrote Paper Wars. That's all I wrote.
No, dude. The fucking timing was okay. Wait, maybe I should like. Okay, maybe it's time for me to confess.
Oh no.
Okay. So, do you remember how at the before we I just hit my mic, sorry. Before we started, like an hour before we got on, or 30 minutes before we got on, I told you to watch the first episode of Take You.
Yeah, you said it was relevant. Is this where it comes in?
This is where it comes in. So, for those of you who haven't seen Take You, it's this short, it's like 2 minutes each episode, like about tennis, technically. Not really about tennis, though. As I'm sure you gathered, Wob.
I watched 4 minutes of it, and I liked it more than anything I saw in this show.
It's great. I love Take You. There's like 8 or 9 seasons of that show. But it's completely it's extremely bombastic, just like spastic.
It gave
ridiculous.
me Pop Team Epic vibes.
You take that back right now.
Oh, right. You hate that show, don't you? I love Pop Team Epic.
Yeah. No, I don't like Pop Team Epic. It's very like off the wall, just ridiculous. It's like sometimes it's so fast you can't read the subtitles.
I was very grateful that I am a fast reader.
Yeah, no, you got lucky. So for the last 2 episodes of this show, I realized that I was going to hate myself if I sat there and watched 44 minutes of this fucking show. So I put it on 2x speed. And this made the show legitimately so much better. All of the jokes hit better. And I think that might be why I think that the little creature's so funny. Because it was going so fast that I wasn't having time to comprehend fully all of the different attacks that were going on. And then he would just add this fucking creature every time.
It was the same thing.
It was so badly drawn too. It was just like basically imagine like you're asking like a kindergartner to draw a cat. That's what he was drawing every time. That's what he was drawing. It was just this like little preschool cat. He was just like, it's the most powerful being in existence.
It triples the strength.
Every time. Oh my god, bro.
So I think we found Seaweed's favorite episode. We might need to give him a minute.
There was one sketch I liked when I said that. I wasn't kidding. I really liked this sketch.
That is so much more positive of a reaction than this entire show got out of me.
This fucking creature. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna compose myself so we can finish this show.
I think the only one that I got a legitimate laugh out of was, I think it was the butt laser. I think it was when Maeda was talking to the VP, and that one gave me like a legitimate chuckle. Nowhere near as much as the second half of the episode seems to have killed you.
Yeah.
Episode 12 did also have a really good skit, though, that I would like to mention if you're ready to go forward.
Okay, I think I'm past the little creature.
Have you got it out of your system?
We'll get back to it, I'm sure.
Speaking of little creatures, that same episode had a skit that I'm like, wow, this is gonna suck, because they started off with the teacher brings in a little baby, and I'm just like, oh Jesus, just gonna be fawning over a child.
Yep.
And then it turns out the child's like a mafia boss.
Yeah.
It starts grabbing the titties, and like it vocalizes, it speaks. The baby's like flat.
Uh-huh.
It tries to kill Honda?
Uh-huh.
By tangling her hair in a fan?
Yep.
And I'm pretty certain they pull cocaine out of the baby bag.
Oh no, okay. What that was powdered milk, I'm pretty sure.
Are you sure? Because it was in a tiny little bag.
Yeah, I think it was like a single serving of powdered milk.
I have no clue what powdered milk is. My only reference was Mafia Don cocaine.
No, like that's what it was hinting at, obviously, but I'm pretty sure it was like actually powdered milk. But no, like he had the most disgusting face.
He
When
did.
he went into his like Mafia Don boss face.
And he had like this, when he spoke, he had like this super deep voice. Do you remember when you and me, Seaweed, we were talking about Danganronpa V3, and I was like, yo, you should try hearing the English voices, because I played the English version of the game.
Right.
And I showed you like Ryoma's voice, and it was like this tiny man with a super deep voice. I got like the same feeling off of this child.
Yeah. Well, that's how it is in the Japanese version too. He has a super deep voice. Which I showed you, I believe, because I play that game that way. And yeah, no, it's definitely like that similar vibe. It's like the uncanny like adult voice on the baby.
Have you ever seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I know that's like before our time. Okay.
No, I've seen that multiple times. I love that movie.
What if it's just the same baby?
just the same. Well, you know.
Boy, I love them crossover events.
Oh yeah, dude. I love my gacha game crossover events with Asobi Asobase and Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
You remind me, I don't play gacha games, but I tried to get into Shadowverse for a while, which is like this card game. It's like sort of like Hearthstone, but weeby. And it has like crossovers with like Street Fighter and like freaking.
He has SAO.
What's the isekai one where the guy dies a lot?
ReZero.
Yeah. It's like has a bunch of those crossovers. I'm just like, I don't even remember why I brought this up.
Crossover. That's why.
Crossovers. Yeah. I went on like a huge tangent. I hope y'all don't mind.
Look, okay.
The
it's not as bad as me laughing at the little creature. The little creature. For as long as I did. I'm still fucking doing it.
You open a Shadowverse pack and it's just the tiny creature on a card.
He just amplifies everything by 3.
Your next spell activates 3 times. Oh, man.
That's like, honest to God. It's one of my favorite things in this whole series. And like,
There's
it's
not
one of the
anything
funniest.
To compare it to.
No. Okay, but also let me finish. It's one of the funniest things I've seen all year.
Really?
It's just the little creature.
You know what? I'm glad you like it, bud.
It's a little creature. Oh my God. Oh, you got to put that image when we're talking about it the majority of the time.
Every single time someone says creature, it pops up. I don't know if I want to put that much effort in, but it would be worth it.
That would be a lot. That would be a lot, yeah.
But it'd be worth it.
It would be worth it. That's true. I'm going to start saying creature just randomly throughout the episode now.
Never mind. I'm not doing it now. This is why we can't have nice things.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are there any other skits you want to talk about? Or is...
Well, I don't know if this technically counts. But when I first, when I asked you initially if you know, we were initially talking about it on Discord, like when I had first started it, and I think you'd kind of watched the first episode or so. Mm-hmm. And I asked you if you had watched the things after the credits.
Which I never saw any. Well. There weren't any that I knew of.
Okay, so basically what it is, it's these like puppet things.
Yeah, I never saw any of those.
Really? Okay.
Because like I remember going back in the second half and checking after the credits, and I never saw one.
Interesting. It wasn't on every episode, but it was on like most of them, I think.
I may have just checked some of the episodes that didn't have them. The only puppet show skit I saw was the bear attack, which I think was like actually in an episode.
Yeah, I think that one was actually in an episode. No, like I don't know if I actually liked those or not, cuz so do you remember that show on Nickelodeon back in the day?
Probably not.
God. Oh man. Well, it was I don't remember the name of it, but like these two guys, it was like a puppet show, but these two guys like worked at this burger place.
Mr. Meaty?
They were the most... Yeah, Mr. Meaty.
Oh, I hated that show's existence.
That show's awful.
Dude.
That's what the puppets reminded me of.
Yeah, I can see that. I watched a video about Mr. Meaty like 2 days ago. I'm like, was this fucking real? Did this exist?
Yeah, I don't like to... I like to think that it didn't. You know? But that's just me.
Yeah, no, that show was terrifying.
It was awful. I think I had a nightmare from that show once.
I'd believe it. I never watched a full episode, and I do not intend to change that.
I think somehow the only episode I watched was like the Halloween episode, which made it like doubly as terrifying.
That can't be good for you.
No, and I definitely had a nightmare from that episode. I never watched that show again. I didn't even want to. I accidentally watched that show too.
How do you accidentally watch a full episode?
Because, okay, look, man, when I was a kid, you put the TV on, and I'm glued to the screen.
Yeah, look at this screen-ager over here.
What did you just call me? Was that a slur?
There's a dude at work that, like, whenever someone pulls out their phones, calls us screen-agers, and it kills me every time.
Oh my god. That's awful.
No, he's younger than us. He does it ironically.
Okay, well that's fair. That's fair. I'll give him a slight pass. Still a bad word. Don't like it. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I liked the skits or not. Because they reminded me of Mr. Meaty. I don't think I did. That was my point. That's all I wanted to bring up.
There was only like one other like skit that I wanted to bring up, but I don't know if I want to bother. There was one segment where I'm like, oh, that's cute. But that was like literally the only wholesome moment in the entire show. I don't think it's even wholesome.
Which part?
So there was one character that, to put a TLDR, the main characters are like, we don't know if that's a dude in girls' clothing or not.
Right. Oh yeah. That was like, what's her name? Or what's their name?
It's the silver-haired
girl.
Aozora.
Yeah, Tsugumi Aozora.
Can I just say real quick, after Tejina Senpai, and I think after there was one other show that had it as well, I think it was Data Life, you were like, you're just like silver-haired girls. And I'm like, no, that's not true. But then every single time there's been one in a show, and I'm like, yes, they are good.
It is true. I know your type, and it's the white/silver-haired girl.
Look, man.
You liked Origami from Data Live. You liked Tejina from there. You like clearly you like Aozora.
No, she was super fun though, because like there's a segment where like
let's say they.
Yeah, because it's not actually defined in the series. Like everyone calls her she.
Yeah, everyone calls them she, but like there's subtext that
a lot of
subtext that they're actually a guy and still like identify as a guy. I don't want to get into it. I'm too drunk to get
consider it unknown.
Yeah, that's why I'm using they. I'm just gonna use
we'll stick with they because it's uncertain.
It's uncertain, and I'm too drunk to really get into it.
Either way, they're fucking cute. Whenever that person and Glasses Girl are interacting, it's cute, and I like it. Dang it.
Yeah.
Stop sneezing. We're recording.
Sorry. Apologies. You're gonna have to edit those out. Yeah, no, it was... No, those moments were really good. I liked those a lot. I liked their character design as well.
Yeah. They were like the most normal-looking person.
Yeah.
And because like a lot of the other side characters were like aggressively weird. Like Fujiwara, who's the girl who like speaks English really well.
She's only there for one skit.
She talks in like half English, half Japanese at all times. And I'm like, look, no, this is driving me up the wall. Pick one and stick with it.
At least she pronounced all of the English words correctly.
Yes, but why are you using English nouns with Japanese particles? Like either speak English or don't speak English, okay?
Well, okay, but she was created for a bit, right?
I guess.
And her bit was that she wanted to talk English with somebody. And so...
with Olivia.
Yeah, with Olivia. Well, she wanted to talk English with anybody, but Olivia is who she thought was fluent. So she was like, okay, well then I'll just talk with Olivia in English. And so then, because her whole character was, oh, I can speak English, they just threw in English words. I don't know. I don't like it, but like, kind of makes sense, I guess.
I mean, I think it was bearable because it was like, it was the episode after the English-speaking sex doll. So like, okay, you get a pass because it's not as egregious as last episode.
Yeah, they weren't talking about sex and fucking every second. Yeah, so it was nice. Nice change of pace for the English in the show.
Do you want to move on to final thoughts? Because this ties in really closely with my final thought for this show.
Yeah, go for it. You can go ahead and start.
It might be a little bit early to wrap up this episode, but we can have a short episode. It's like not the end of the world. Basically, there were good moments to this show. I'm not going to claim that everything in it was terrible. A lot of it I did not vibe with. And I got this feeling, you mentioned Mr. Meaty. I got this like feeling of like an American cartoon where like part of the humor is characters being ugly, part of the humor is characters being loud. And I never liked it. I never jived with that. And I got that same feeling from this show where I'm like, oh, look, her reaction makes her look disgusting. Or, oh, look, her reaction is to screech at them. And I'm just like, I hate this. There's parts of it that are well done. If the stylization was done for effect, it might have been. It was theoretically well animated. But I hated it. So, like, I looked into... I'll be completely honest. I had a little bit of self-searching after watching the show where I was, like, researching, like...
Okay.
When you're reviewing a show, like, how much do you riff on just the actual whether it was done well or not? Or how much do you talk about whether you thought the show was good or not? I didn't reach a conclusive answer. There are aspects of the show that I think were done well. But despite them being done well, I hated. Just to be completely honest.
That's totally fine. I think that's part of reviewing as well, you know, like to point out like, yeah, this was technically like by all merits it was done well, but it's not something that I could get behind. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's part of it. And I think, you know, everything's fair game to riff on in my book.
Except budget. We've had this discussion.
Yeah, well, budget's different. Budget's different because at this point, budget is so, like, nobody understands it at all. So by riffing on it, it also perpetuates this, like, narrative that, like, it's, like some shows have it, some shows don't. Nobody understands it.
The more money you throw at something, the better it will inherently be,
right? Which is
not correct.
Not at all the case.
Kill la Kill had like no budget, and we both fucking loved it.
Yeah, did it not?
I'm pretty sure it was comparatively low funded, wasn't it?
That would make sense because it was their first TV anime.
Yeah, note the word comparatively.
Yeah, comparatively, obviously, but like Inferno Cop, I'm sure didn't have a very big budget. And that shit slaps.
If you say so.
I know. You haven't seen it, have you?
No, you showed me it back when we were still at college. I think like right before the lockdown hit, you showed me a few episodes.
Oh, did I? Oh, okay. I love that show.
When we went over to watch Cirque du Freak, I think you showed me a few episodes.
Okay. Oh, that's right. That's right. Yep, that's right.
Which, we're not talking about that movie, but dang it, I want to bring it up. That movie was a trip. And watching it drunk with friends was a great time.
That was insane. Yeah. Oh my god, the manga was way better.
I just remember watching the intro sequence and I'm like, hey, I know how to do that. I'm a graphic designer.
Seeing John C. Reilly as like a serious role was fucking wild.
I think wrong review.
It was the first
I
serious
don't care.
role.
I talked to you about this when we watched it. I had seen him in a serious role before because I really enjoyed Chicago. And so that didn't really catch me too off guard. I've seen him be serious before. I know he can do it. He's got chops.
Yeah.
Why don't you give your thoughts about the show that we're putting off talking about again?
Oh, God. We do this, man.
We both agreed to watch this because one of Seaweed's friends said, hey, we should watch it. I don't
well,
think
also we like locked it in. Well, I thought I would. I legitimately thought I would love it. Based on what I'd heard about it, I thought this would be my show.
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know. I just want to put it in some words that one of my friends said about it. Who I didn't learn until after we started watching it that they didn't like it, right?
Oh no.
He said it's just it's like a, oh god, I can't remember his exact words. Sorry, I'm going to butcher your words, but you understand. I'm fucking drunk.
We know.
It's like a dollar store Nichijou.
I don't think I've seen Nichijou, so I can't comment on that.
Oh my god. Well, okay. Look, it is. Because, like, Nichijou, I'm sure you've seen bits of it. Have you seen that, like, the scene where, like, the like, older man is, like, suplexing a deer?
I think so.
Yeah, that's Nichijou.
Okay.
And, like, there's this, like, little, like, cute, like, lolly girl who's, like, a genius scientist and has created this robot. And, like, the robot's, like, super worried about everything. Anyway, it's made by Kyoto Animation. The animation's fantastic. It's a very similar thing where, like, the reactions are ridiculous. Like, there's this one bit where one of the main girls gets bit by a dog. She goes to pet a dog, the dog bites her.
Oh, I know this bit.
And she, like, shoots a laser out of her mouth into the sky. Yeah, it's like, it's seen ridiculous.
I've seen that clip, but edited to the song, what's it called, Big Enough, with, like, the cowboy man screaming in the sky. It was that audio over that clip.
Oh, God. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Oh, I hate that meme. But
yeah. I love it so much.
But yeah, it's that show. That's Nichijou.
I need to watch it now. I love that clip.
You should. It's a very good show.
I've got so many things on my plate, dude.
It's like, it's basically, it doesn't, like, make the characters ugly, but it still, like, keeps their reactions to just be ridiculous and changes the art style slightly. You know, similar to what this show, but this show goes more extreme into changing the art style to where sometimes it's like full on horror, you know, with some of the reactions, which are like, I would call this show like a very good, like, reaction image, fucking, like, a reaction image smorgasbord.
That's all this show is reactions to things.
I mean, like, honestly, that's really all it is. Except for that last skit with the little creature.
With the little creature? It triples the strength of everything it's on?
It triples everything. Yeah, besides that.
I didn't think that would actually work. I got him again.
Bro, it's so funny. Yeah, that's really it, though. Like, otherwise, this show, it's like, I'm sure there's a lot of good GIFs on Discord.
Probably.
That you can use.
Let's test it. I have Discord open right now.
Test it, yeah.
Let's see what comes up.
Because, like,
oh my, there's so many.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's what this show is. It's like God, it's I think the issue is they're relying too much on the reactions rather than, like, creating, like, really solid jokes. You know what I mean? Like, which fine. Hey, like, if that's what you like, then you'll love this show. And I don't want to, like, knock anybody that likes that style of humor, because that's fine. It's just not, obviously it's not our thing. Yeah.
We already know that our opinions don't necessarily match the general consensus. By golly, we saw the comments on Girls in Panzer.
Yeah, we got a goddamn essay.
Dude, honestly, even though we disagree with the guy who wrote the essay, I am so thankful for the guy who wrote the essay. That means that dude took the time to consider what we said and disagree.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, and hey, more power to you, buddy.
The only alcohol I have here is more vodka, and I am not getting that out right now.
Yeah, I'll drink my Arnold.
Your Arnold Palmer?
God damn it, bro. Just say it right, dude. It's not hard. Just an Arnold Palmer.
Ain't nobody got time for me to think my way through Arnold Palmer.
Oh my god, bro.
We were talking about this before the recording. I may as well just say it to y'all now. For some fucking reason, I can't say Arnold Palmer correctly unless I stop to think. If I stop and think my way through Arnold Palmer, I can do it right. But if I'm just talking, it comes out as Arnold Palmer every time.
I don't understand. It's not hard. It's just Arnold Palmer.
Yeah,
I'm saying it drunk.
Arnold Palmer, whatever.
Arnold Palmer. It's not
hard. Sponsored.
We're not sponsored, but please, Arizona, even if it's not the spiked one, because I don't think you guys have the spiked one.
Could you imagine?
I love your drink. Sponsor us, please.
Could you imagine if they sponsored us and I would have to try to say it correctly at the start of every episode?
That would be amazing, dude. That'd be such
Thank you for our sponsorship. We both got ourselves a can of Arnold Palmer.
Oh my god, that'd be great. Oh man, that would be the best sponsorship, I think, because I'm legitimately addicted to that. That drink is more addictive than cocaine.
And
this spiked version
I'm not a fan of it.
Very close. You're not?
No, I can't really jive with it. I don't like half and half tea. I like lemonade. I like tea. I don't like it mixed.
Oh, I see. I understand though, because you don't like good things.
Okay.
Anyways, back to Asobi Asobase.
There was also references, by the way. The show had multiple references, and I swear I saw the bloody Zambot in this thing. The Zambird, sorry.
Wait, that was in here? I didn't catch that one.
I don't think it was actually the Zambird, but it looked like the Zambird. I'll try to find a picture to put in the YouTube upload. I'll send it to you as well. I swear the Zambird. I made a note of it. It was in episode 10. It was the episode where the glasses girl kept talking about penises. I don't remember what the context was, but one of them was they combine like a robot, and it showed a picture of this red, white, and blue Robojet that looked like the Zambird to me.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, send me that picture. We'll make a note on screen, I guess. So when you throw in that image, just also add a little piece of text if it's not it. If it is, just leave it. You know? The one reference that I did catch, because I didn't notice as many references. So the one that I did catch was a very obvious one of Conan Edogawa from Case Closed or Detective Conan, when the teacher's licking up the pee.
Oh, it wasn't pee though.
All right, it wasn't pee, but you know what I mean.
He thought it was.
He thought it was, and he still decided to lick it because, and this little silhouette of just Conan, of just Detective Conan, was there, and that was a pretty obvious reference. I didn't really get many other references though. What other ones did you get?
I mean, the other ones were really obvious. It was during the Punishment Game episode when they did the Kamehameha and they did the Sailor Moon impression. Because both of those were up front. They were do a Sailor Moon impression.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Which, by the way, I don't think I actually said this earlier. I had heard of the show before we watched it, heard of it, in that on Reddit I had seen a portion of the Punishment Game episode, specifically the butt slap sequence.
Yeah.
That was the only context I had for the show, and so when you were my friend said we should watch Asobi Asobase, I'm I don't wanna.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. That episode, that part, I hated that skit.
I had also seen the laser butt story, but I did not know that it was the same show.
Nice. I don't know. God. I just seen mostly the reaction images, and I thought they were kind of funny out of context. In context, though, not as good. Not as good. That Punishment Game episode though was bad. That was bad content.
Yeah, it kind of was.
I don't say that often either. You know that. You know I don't use bad content, but it was.
I say bad content all the time. Everything's bad content if you think hard enough.
Yeah, everything I send you is bad content.
You send a lot of bad content,
but I don't. Everything I send you is top tier. good shit.
That's subjectively false. So what would you I just looked at the screen. I've gotten so many looks of pure judgment from you. I don't know how I'm still alive. I don't know how I'm still on this podcast. You're going to kick me off and make this a solo show at some point.
I can't kick you off, dude. You're the one who started this thing.
I did. And don't you forget it. No.
Oh, no.
So, what's your rating? Give your TLDR in your rating, my guy.
TLDR, if you like reaction-based comedy, it'll be for you. Or if you like the little creature, dude, it'll watch that part. Don't watch any other part.
Only watch the little creature episode. Only the little creature skit.
It's legitimately the last part of the last episode. It's not even 5 minutes, I don't think.
No, it was super short. I'll be completely honest. I had stopped paying attention at this point because I had been like not vibing with the show, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I need to watch this so I can talk about it. I put it on one monitor. I put Hearthstone on the other monitor.
Go watch the little creature skit. I'm gonna actually go watch it again after we get done recording because it's so funny. We'll watch it together. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, there's that. And my rating is a 5 out of 10.
Okay.
I think it's one of the lowest rated shows I think I've done so far.
I thought we were going to agree for a split second, but not quite. Again, the closest comparison that I could really think of while I was watching this was a lot of the complaints I had with this show were the same complaints I had with a lot of American cartoons growing up. I'm going to sound so fucking snooty saying this, but I didn't watch a lot of shows when I was little because I was like, wow, this is just them being loud and annoying. I don't jive with this. I never watched, big reveal here, I never watched SpongeBob because I thought he was annoying.
What a loser.
But there, I feel like there were a lot of shows where a lot of the humor was just, ha ha ha, character is loud and stuff like that. And I couldn't jive with it. And I got that same feeling through this.
I just want to put on the record real quick. That's not what SpongeBob is.
That's what I felt like SpongeBob was. Anyway, no, SpongeBob had jokes, but I didn't think they landed. This isn't a SpongeBob review, man. I ain't watched that much of it.
Oh, yeah, because you don't like good things. We know, dude. Get on with it.
Basically, there were aspects of the show that I liked. There were a few skits that I was like, yeah, I can jive with this. There were a few characters that I'm like, yeah, I can jive with them. But for the most part, this show was ugly. Intentionally ugly. It was done on purpose. So, they did their goal, I guess. They did what they were trying to do. It was done well, and I hated it.
Yeah.
I did not enjoy watching this show. And I think I can give it a 4 at best, if not a 3. I could not jive with this. I really couldn't. I think a 4 because there were a few redeemable segments that I legitimately enjoyed, but overall I did not have a good time watching this.
Like the little creature?
Enough about the little creature.
I love that little creature, dude. Oh man, he's so
there
cool.
were a few characters that I jived with, and the segments with those characters, I'm like, I can get behind this. But for the most of the show, I just thought it was unsettling or annoying. One of the two. It bounced between those two a lot, and I could not get into it.
Yeah. That's totally fair about where I was. Honestly, the reason it's a 5 and not a 4, it was going to be a 4 until the fucking little creatures showed up. That brought it up legitimately a whole point because it was so funny.
Well, see, my scale rating, the 3 to 4 border is the differential between boring or unpleasant and actively bad. And so I don't know if it's bad enough to be called actively bad, but it was definitely in the not fun category.
Yeah. That's fair.
So most likely a 4, but potentially a 3. I'm on my anime list, so you can look at my ratings on there after it's aired.
And I'm on AniList. You can check my ratings over there. But I think, well, hopefully next week will be better for you. It is my pick after all, and I am.
Yeah, because we have such a track record of those being my favorites.
Yeah, I think you'll like this one though. So next week we will be watching. I didn't put it back on the shelf.
Oh, come on.
Is the Order a Rabbit?
Why you always gotta flex with the Blu-rays, man? I don't even own a DVD player.
Sentai Filmworks, please sponsor me.
You just want everyone to sponsor you.
Look, man, I've bought so much stuff from Sentai. I love their releases. It's great. Anyways, we're watching Is the Order a Rabbit? My pick. It's a great show.
You know it's official because it's on the sticky note.
That's true. It is on the sticky note. And that has only changed, one time?
Only one time. Or actually, wait. No, twice. There's 2 scribbled out sequences on it.
Okay, so it's been changed twice. But still, out of the, 14 episodes, it's only been changed twice? That's pretty official.
I don't remember what the one you changed was. You had a suggestion before Tonari no Seki-kun that you changed, and I don't remember what that is.
Oh, I know what it was.
What was it?
I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it because, we can let people guess. But also,
we know what my change was because I'm pretty sure we announced Darling at the Franks at the end of an episode and then just didn't do it next week.
Yeah. No, my change we didn't even announce, but we will do it at some point here, probably coming up relatively soon. Oh, I dropped the Blu-ray. Oops. I think that means it's time to call it here.
Yeah, we're both pretty wildly out of it. We'll be back next week with Is the Order a Rabbit?
Creature? No little creature in this one, but
no, we need to get a little creature to triple our power, to triple our viewership.
Dude, wait, we should put that from now on. Put the little creature on top of me, or
I'm not gonna do that.
In all the edits, just put the little creature there.
I'm not doing that.
The little creature, dude, he's so funny, bro. He's so funny. All right, guys, we'll see you next week with episode 2 of season 1 or episode 15 or whatever
we'll be back next week with the continuation of season 1 where we are going strong. We are back into video creation mode, y'all.
Yes, we are.
Project creation mode.
The little creature, don't forget him. All right, we'll see you guys next week.
We'll see y'all next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.